Hello, dear viewers. This is Mustafa Rahman. Today, I will discuss just about topics. I will discuss between who are standing in front of me, both as Gen Z. So, this is our topics about Gen Z. So, first of all, if you introduce yourself in a nutshell, what's your name?
My name is Farhan Ali.
Okay, and your name?
I'm sure.
Okay. Now, my first question to all of you: what is the definition of Gen Z?
To give a definition of Gen Z, it's not something complex, just a time limit where people are born like 90s to 2010s. The people born in this time.
Okay. What do you think? What is the definition?
Yes, between 1990s and 2010, who born in this period, they are called Gen Z.
Okay. So it's okay.
Yes.
My question, not my question, just you will discuss about the matter. Usually,
Just the primary idea of the term Gen Z, but in brief, if I say so, the thing is, we're like believe in practicalities rather than theories. So we're more likely to involve ourselves in practical terms rather than some so-called superstitious ideas or anything like that. That's what makes us different than the other generations.
okay,
I would like to say that.
that's a good point. And what do you think about Gen Z? What's your impression?
If I tell about the characteristics of Gen Z, they are like lazy types and they are used to, with the electronic device such as Wi-Fi, mobile games, but they are intelligent. So, yes, this is the characteristics of Gen Z.
Okay.
But I think this is just too much norm
Yes.
to use the term Gen Z.
But they are brave also, as we see during the last protest.
The last movement, what happened in our country.
Yes.
Okay.
They are the leading role of.
And actually, about Gen Z, especially, I'm not Gen Z,
Yes.
but nevertheless, closely I have looked, I have watched, and what they are doing, their attitude and their.
If I give example of materialistic ways of the Gen Zs here, just like this.
Okay.
Like baggy
So
dresses
their attitude and
dreams
their behavioral activities. Is it good and it's usable in our society, especially in our Bengali culture?
Sometimes
no,
it's good, but there are something bad. Sometimes I say.
I would rather not say bad, but
Yeah.
it's just
That
a
means-
gap between the generational difference and
They are influenced by Western.
Is it depends on man to man?
Yeah.
It
Of
varies man to man.
Of course.
Okay.
one
That's
might
good.
like skinny dresses, one might
Yeah.
like baggy dresses, one might like to use some terms, vocabularical terms that are not even in dictionaries. They just make it.
Okay.
So follows
Yeah.
Western, culture.
Okay. And they do feel very comfortable. Okay, if I cope up with Western culture,
Yeah.
so it would be better, and they
More
feel
likely that.
yeah, actually. And what do you think about the matter? Actually, okay, you can follow which is useful, and but on the other hand, if we closely look about Gen Z who are following the culture of especially Western culture,
Yeah.
what do you think about this?
Well, I think they should be concerned about our own culture, but they're comfortable that way. They like scroll about social medias, Instagrams, Facebooks, and all, and they're like fascinated of their styles, so they adopt to that rather than our own culture. And most likely, the environment around us is growing as them, like their dressing senses, their thinking, and their whatever, like what they do, we cope with that.
Okay, that's a good idea. Okay, now my question: what is your impression about our education? About your education? Okay, I have watched some activities. They're just not in the right track. They're I don't know. It's just before I have told you. It depends on man to man.
Yes.
So in that sense, maybe it will be correct or not. But my observation, most of the Gen Z, especially who are actually far from our education, especially their education, and they are not spending their times about the education purpose. So do you think, especially in our country,
About that thing of education, they're more likely tend to doing stuffs that are not bound by our bookish knowledge and our like traditional style of education and studies. They'll like try to explore things that are different than whatever is common and whatever is have been going on from ages to ages and years over years. They're more likely tech savvy and they tend to follow that trend, like involving them with social medias and internet and other whatever that's not just in our educational system. They just don't get it.
okay, what do you think about it?
Yeah, that's good. If you research something, or if you like, researching something, or like, but most of the students are wasting their time on social media. You know, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube.
So I
that's
would not like say waste their time because they're like doing freelancing or whatever, like content creating
Yeah, yes,
or
that-
editing.
this is good.
That's the base they're
If you learn
building.
something from it, this is good. But if you waste your time,
It's
of
common.
education,
It's
this is
really
the
common.
problem. This is the problem.
Okay.
Because long period of time you're using that device, so obviously
Yes.
you'll tend to get boredom
Yeah.
and you'll obviously go through that because that's your way of.
If it's for your refreshment, or
Okay.
if it's for your
Using social media, especially in Facebook, especially in our country, for the country aspect, if I tell you, Instagram and others social media they are using. In the long run, actually, what will be the consequence, especially for future? And is it actually good for the Gen Z for the betterment of the future?
As it was said before, like it varies from man to man.
Yep.
Some will adopt to it and make it their power and
The
their
benefits
strength.
of it.
But thing is, those who copy, those who are not in it from their heart, they'll more likely lag behind and they'll just disappear.
Do you think they're losing their creativity?
Yeah, of course.
I would rather not, because as everything today is now like based on internet and everything, so their tech skills are high. That skill, that creativity is high. But what about the materialistic things? I would say, yeah, they're losing it.
Yes.
But
Okay.
also they're bringing in some from the past cultures and everything. They're combining them with modern technologies and modern ideas. They're collabing, so
Okay.
they're making a new era of.
Okay, that means they're gathering their knowledge, they're receiving knowledge. It's okay. It's a true matter, and they're much more actually doing better. If I compare between Gen Z and the pre-generation, do you think their morality, their etiquette, their behavior, everything they're losing, and as a result, we will lose our social total system. It will be damaged for the future.
Well, this is just a miscarriage of the gap, I would rather say, because about Gen Z, we create our own way of greetings, own way of doing things, but in comparison with the previous generation, that doesn't match up. There's a
Yeah.
huge difference with them, because they're like,
sometimes it goes bad, but
as I was saying, just a miscarriage of the gap.
Okay, that's good. Dear viewers, I'll not discuss about the matter much more because time is too short, you know. And next time about Gen Z, we'll discuss at length. So till then, Allah Hafiz.